still together.
You're a very lucky man, Pat Gaffney.
Thank you. Got a few words from you, have we? That's because of these.
Great speech, Tony.
Yeah, how can I match any of those? Ooh. Almost impossible, I reckon. But no, I'd just like to thank you all for coming along. When I look around, there's so many people here that go back. Some go back a year or two. Some go back 30 years. Some go back 20 years. I've met all these different people, especially in our local area here, that have just meant so much to me. You know, you can walk out in the street and you can always talk to somebody, go around the park with the dog and there's always someone there. Eh?
And you do talk to somebody.
And I do, yeah. And that's what it's all about. It's all about community. This is a fantastic community that we live in. And a lot of you are here tonight and you know, that's really special. And talking about community, and the place we live in, we had a neighbour next door who's moved on. He's in Tasmania now, if he's still alive. But 20 years ago or so, he moved into this house next door where Trudy and Andy live now. He was a professor of politics at UWA, and he said to me one day, he said, I just love living here. He said, I can walk out in the street, I can walk down South Terrace and walk 200 metres, I can get a feed, I can get a beer, and I can get a shag. And walk home. He said, I want to be here for the rest of my life. And I wouldn't put it past him. I reckon he may have. Yeah, I'd just like to thank Sonia. Like, I was up in Exmouth, you know, a few months ago with a bunch of these guys, and I came. What was that? Again. Sorry. And I arrived home, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, and Sonia said, look, we've organised a party for you. It was going to be a surprise, but that's just too hard. So she said, look, we'll have a 60th for you. We'll invite all these people along, so long as you don't get involved. Do you realise how hard that is? So I didn't get involved until, I don't know, probably today I did a little bit. Gave a few people the shits, but, you know, you get over that. Don't we think? And here we all are, having a great time. We've forgotten about all that. Hang on, where are we? So, yeah, and a big thanks to, you know, the Georges and the Mannings, who have been great friends for like 35, 40 years. I met Luke up in York, like he said, and we've had a great friendship, great times together over the years. And especially Luke, for, like, as Sonia said, he was the best man at our wedding, 5 metres away in that house, in the backyard. We had a party like this, and Luke was there doing the speeches. But I think he's improved on the speeches. He's come a long way. Thanks, Luke. And then Doco came into my life. So I mean, look, I'm thanking everyone, but there's a few special ones. He reckons 8 years ago. I didn't think it was that long, but probably it is. It probably is. He needed a workshop, and I sort of had one that I was mucking around with, and there was a little bit of spare room in there, and I said what I wanted. He made an offer, and, you know, And the rent has stayed the same for that whole time. I don't know about you, but I reckon rents usually go that way every year. But with Doco, he's my tenant, I'm the landlord, and we're the best of mates. And I don't think that would happen very often. Yeah. And also another thing from Doco I've learnt is how to have a good holiday. Doco, he has perfected the art of taking time off.
That's big coming from you.
No. Up until 2-3 years ago, yeah, things changed in that time since I met this guy. Because he taught me how to do it. And that's some of the best advice I've been given, over the last few years. So yeah, thanks, Doco.
Your wife loves it when you go away.
Now, there's another bloke that lives up around the corner called Innes. Where are you? Now, he has been so inspiring for me. He has created some life-changing moments for myself. And one was, I was next door. We'd just finished this house, and I was next door fixing up the old house for the third time. And I had the paintbrush out. I was covered in paint, and paint going everywhere. And Innes is just wandering by with the dogs, going for a walk to the beach. And he comes in and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm painting the house. I'm going to, rent it out and, get some money back for it." He said, "No, what the fuck are you doing?" And I had to think about that, and he said, "Look, you've got 10 or 12 good years left." He said, "Get rid of it." And I reckon within 2 weeks, it was gone.
Another gold nugget.
And that is one, I don't know, it took a while to convince Sonia and the kids. Well, 2 weeks. But that's one of the best fucking decisions I've ever made. Thanks, Innes. So, a week later, bought a Land Cruiser and, headed up north with the guys and, we go fishing, we catch crows and we have a ball. So, I could either be doing that or still fixing that bloody shitbox next door. Oh, sorry, Deb, I hope you didn't hear that. And another guy who's become a great mate over the years is Big Jace. No. Big Jace. This guy would have to be the most enthusiastic, positive guy I've ever met. Always willing to help, always, he calls me every day, just about. And if it goes a day or two without calling me, I call him. So, thanks, Jace. And there's another bunch of guys they call themselves the Coffee Slackers. And I think they're all here. Meeting up with you guys. I sort of met them through Rob and Doco, 2 years ago. And every Wednesday morning, without fail, we go down and have a coffee down at Leighton Beach, and whoever turns up first has to buy the coffees. So I bring the dog with me. We hide in the bushes. Wait until someone rocks up, and then we wander up and we get our coffee. And these guys, they go to Exmouth every year, and the last 2 years we've been up there, and we just had a ball. And that's our Exmouth tent there that you're standing under. That's our outdoor kitchen. That's where we hang out. That's where all the beer is in the esky. And I promise you guys, next time, if there is another time, I'm sure it will be, I'll get my pizza dough sorted. I think you all know about that. Oh, I hope you haven't got it. I want to thank Sarah and Laron for being so good to Finn over the years. Like, Finn's not sure whether he lives here or there. And Eva as well. I think her. Often Finn he'll be on his way home from work and he'll ring up and he'll say, "What's for dinner?" I'll say, "Oh, you know, mate, we're just having pasta tonight." Then he'll ring Sarah or Eva. And, you know, this is the woman that produced this. You know, she's a good cook. So he spends half his time here, half his time there, and it works well. I'd like to thank Marie, my sister, for coming down from Broome for tonight. And I think about 4 years ago, Sonia and I went overseas and we had a bit of a trip and bought a bit of furniture for the house. And at that time, Mum was still living in a house, getting dementia, and I was sort of keeping an eye on her. And we decided to go overseas. So the only option was to put Mum into care or send her up to Broome. And Marie said, "No, send her up here." So she went up to Broome for a month while we were away, and then we were going to come back, pick her up, and then carry on for the next phase. We picked her up 4 years later. So Marie did a fantastic job as her primary carer. Introduced her to a fantastic community up there, and even people up there still ask where Margaret is. But now she's in a place in Hilton. She was sitting here, you know, for all day today, yesterday, and just hanging out with us. And yeah, she's in a good space. So yeah, thanks, Marie. If I've forgotten anyone, I apologise. But yeah, thanks for coming. Yeah.